Yeah, we do.
So,
Salute.
ladies and gentlemen of the Bebop,
Yeah.
we are together again 15 years later.
Oh my God.
Cheers.
Wow.
Cheers to the Bebop.
Like, this is what we do when we get
Bebop.
Right? Did we get that or no?
We did.
Wandering around in the dark.
You did, yes.
Hey, boy, I just had a thought. We're eating bell peppers and beef.
Bell peppers. Bell peppers and beef. You see?
With no beef.
Sans the beef.
But I'm happy about it this time.
You're happy about it. Yeah, you're always whining about what I cook.
I know. I know. I thought I'd give you the night off.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Bell peppers and beef.
First line?
I think it's pretty much
I think
it.
it's your first line.
Yeah. I see, hey, Spike, time to eat. He said, okay, Jeff, what we have? Bell peppers and beef. He said, well, we had that yesterday. He said, no, yesterday we had beef and bell peppers.
I got pretty pissed off at you in the very first scene, I believe.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
Yeah.
You were on me, young whippersnapper.
So were they, the two of them, together for many years before we find out about the rest of the crew? I never really knew. They must have been they seemed like they always
Well,
had old
everything is like
history.
3 years, right? It was 3 years when you came out of your cryo tube,
That's right.
and 3 years when you came out of the orphanage,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
right.
3 years when we got together, right? Mary,
Yeah.
Mary probably knows better than any of us.
No, you're doing great.
You knew
Absolutely,
a lot more
that's
than I
it. I mean, we come in mid-story.
We
You
do.
know?
Right, and find
Yeah.
out much later when we travel back.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
So
so you
cool.
look great for a chick that's 75 years old.
I know. Yeah.
Right?
What do you,
Well,
it's
thank
that vegan diet.
Exactly right.
Eat healthy, you'll look like her.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Did you guys all audition for?
We would just discovered this on our last little Bebop tour. Was it Memphis where we were? When we were all together?
Memphis.
Oh, Alabama.
Birmingham.
Alabama.
Alabama, that's right. You and I were in Memphis, and
Memphis
then the
together,
four
yeah.
of us were together. That's right. And we found out that we didn't know any of our backstories, and we found out that some of us were selected, right? I
I did not audition.
Yeah,
I don't
both
remember.
of us
I
did not
don't remember
audition.
auditioning.
Did I
I
audition?
think Kevin assembled.
I think
I didn't
Kevin-
know
I think Kevin's
anybody in the
assembled.
couch until I sat down, and you were the first person in the booth.
I think I auditioned.
But hadn't we done? Was this before or after we did Digimon? I thought it was
We've
right
been
around
working
the same
together.
time.
No, but we've been all working together at Magnitude 8. You'd been directing
That's right.
me. 'Cause,
That's right.
Kevin and Yutaka at Mag 8 were, from Zero Limit and Animes.
That's right.
So we'd all been working at Magnitude 8, but I hadn't directed. This is my first series directing.
my God.
I've done a game for them, I think, but that was it.
Oh my god.
I was
So,
just
yeah,
talking
Kevin
to Phil
assembled
about
us.
this. Yes.
Yeah, Kevin
yeah.
did.
I was just talking to Phil about this, how if Kevin knew the success and longevity of Bebop, he never would have given it up.
I said that to
It's
him.
amazing. To Kevin. We really
Kevin.
should honor
Yeah,
Kevin.
Kevin Seymour, I
Yeah.
guess.
Seymour.
Our
Love you,
fearless
Kevin.
leader, our Charlie.
Yeah.
And you know what? He probably still would have given it up because he's that kind of guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
He didn't want the notoriety.
He was
No,
there
I
when I
didn't.
watched the opening credits. I went over to Yutaka and Hariyo's, and they said, all right, we're going to show you the opening credits. And I said, okay. And Tank, 1, 2, 3, let's jam. And I was just like, are you kidding me? And I turned to Kevin and I said, why the hell are you giving up this show?
Yeah.
Or something like that. I'm too busy. I was too busy. But he did say to me years later, if had I any idea what it was.
He did say
Oh, he did say that.
Never would have given it to you.
I
It was in jest,
Yeah,
for sure it was in jest, but...
Yeah, because he definitely would have ended up on panels and so forth
Yeah.
for it, and that
He
would have been
would've done
very
it.
rough for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As shy as he
wouldn't have
was.
done
You went up.
No, he's too shy.
Well, we would have forced it at some point because
We would have
even
had to drug him, I think.
yeah,
yeah.
it could have been arranged.
Yeah, true. That's true.
Well, this is good. This is like real food.
It's almost exactly like real food.
But
I'm sorry. I just had to say that,
Better than what you cooked in space, Bart.
No, man, you know what? We kept you alive.
Barely.
don't look in the freezer.
Yeah. Watch it, Fei. You're stealing all the woolongs and then running off and they calling for help.
Notice how fast Ein's bowl went down every day?
Right, yeah. Oh, my God.
I almost ate Ein once.
Damn dog.
Some cultures do it.
He was smarter than anybody else on that ship, I'll tell you that.
No, I didn't realize that the voice of Ein, we used the original.
Japanese.
Yeah.
Japanese.
So
I did
Ein
not
is
realize that.
across the board the original
I
voice.
just found that out the other day.
I think I begged to borrow it too. I wanted that.
You
role.
wanted to do it.
That's a
You
lot
did
of
it at the-
information, Steve.
Begs to bark.
You know that about me
Beg
by
to
now.
bark, right?
I beg to
Hey, you know
bark.
what?
Beg to
You know
bark.
what you do on Saturday night's your business.
That's right. You're right.
Saturday, every day.
Oh, okay.
I'm lucky I didn't hump your leg on the way in.
You didn't? I thought.
No, that wasn't me this time. That was Mary.
That's it. Spike, we don't have that kind of relationship.
Oh, yes, you do.
All right. Oh, hurry up.
How long have y'all been in space?
It's lonely out
Right, right, yeah. And being the sea, right?
and in space, no one can hear you scream.
That's true. Right.
Oh.
No.
I have some great outtakes from the game. Remember we did a game that never went anywhere?
Never went anyplace, right?
Recorded,
Yeah.
and it was like
anywhere.
it took place in an aquarium, and there was all this stuff happening. But I have conversations between you two. I was going, hey, Bo, do you like gladiator movies? And Bo's like, yeah, Steve. But you go first.
You go first.
And then I have Melissa, my most favorite of all time, the Yippee-I-O Kaye, Bleep Bleep Bleep.
Mother.
And you
Oh.
so high.
Really? Oh.
So brilliant.
Oh, okay.
That's right. You had that on your phone for a while, didn't you?
I
Inspiring myself.
Put that on the parade.
There you go.
That was your ringtone?
I'm impressed. So high. So very
Oh my
high.
god. You never used it. It wasn't an outtake for anything.
No, it wasn't. But I still, man, I went through my computer recently looking for outtakes, and there's a whole folder of Bebop just from the game,
Oh,
but not from the show at all.
game
unfortunately,
was.
because we didn't keep any.
No, we didn't know to do that.
No,
Yeah.
we didn't keep any at the time.
In the dark ages.
Yeah. Kappa Studios.
At Kappa,
At
water
Kappa
dragon.
Studios, right? Yeah.
Kappa means water dragon.
Does it?
Does
Very
it?
interesting.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
It used to be the Scientology building.
Also, there's
Oh,
some
really?
history there.
Yes, there's a lot of different energy going on.
There was
Okay.
different energy there. That was interesting, and we had so much time with Bebop.
Yeah,
That
we
was
did.
such a luxury. I don't know if I've ever had a production that I've ever directed where we could stop and go, okay, let's relax and watch what we just did.
Yeah,
That was amazing. We'd watch and go, oh wait, let's pick up that line. Yeah, let's go back and do that.
yeah. And then I had a day and a half for 3 episodes to go back and QC everything
Oh,
and
wow.
fix the sync.
So much
And
time.
if something didn't ring true, to go back and listen through takes and everything else.
Wow.
And
Oh, that was with Rick.
And that was with Rick,
Yes.
the most amazing
Wow.
engineer. And I have never had that
Never
opportunity
since.
the luxury since. It's,
Wow.
What's up with Rick? Has
Yeah.
anybody seen him? What?
I think he ended up moving out of California. I'm not sure. Did you ever hear?
I don't know. I did a TV show, Fish Stick on a Stick. I forget what it's called.
Stick on a stick.
Stick on a stick.
And he was on the
Stick
lot.
on a
He was on
stick.
Paramount, and he was on the lot. And I remember seeing him, and that's the last time I saw him, and that was 2,000 years ago. Long time.
Well, what was his last name? Remember?
Yeah.
Well,
we
very
can
good.
maybe with
That's
Facebook
right.
him. See if he's around.
Yeah. Well, here's to you, Rick. Thanks for making everybody sound so.
Yeah, this is Rick. Yeah.
Rick the engineer.
Our engineer.
He's the engineer.
Yeah.
Our engineer's
quite
never
a
done
team.
it
Get
well.
you, Steve.
I didn't think we.
You're Rick.
There's a lot of unsung heroes on that show.
And what
Thanks
about
for
Mark
sliding me to
Miller?
the left.
Mark Miller, what-
Oh, Mark Hammond. Or Vietnam.
2 more frames.
I think
2 more
Mark
frames.
was
Mark is
all
always
over
somewhere in the
place.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wrote a lot of things. He would write from Vietnam, and
Yeah.
he'd just like to send up pictures going, this is where I'm writing from. Are you kidding? And he's all I see your feet and a computer and a beach, I mean.
Oh,
Oh,
Mark
man.
sent me a picture of himself. He was writing something. I think it was during the Digimon days. He was getting out of a canoe with his laptop over his head in the water.
Oh, my God.
Unbelievable. He was out there on the water writing.
Wow.
Incredible.
Wow.
Life is good, huh?
Life
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
With the modern day, you can do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can. You can. You certainly can.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he had Asian fever.
oh,
Oh yes.
Yeah, without a doubt. But I don't think I've ever worked on a series that was better adapted. He had such a passion for it. And we were talking about this the other night because it was one of the few shows that I'd ever seen that was so equally balanced between animation, the word, dialogue,
Yes.
and music.
And music,
And
yeah.
it was this, I called it the holy trinity of
Right, yeah.
Yes.
music, animation, and dialogue. Evenly balanced, you know, it was never wall-to-wall dialogue, and it was a show that breathed, that just allowed the characters to breathe
Oh,
and
yeah.
sort of resonated moments, and
Oh, yeah.
it gave it time to do that. I would still have never worked on a show like that.
No, that captured, because people have asked repeatedly, what is it about Bebop that's made it so successful, and why does it have the longevity that it has? It's difficult to put your finger on exactly what it is, but those elements coming together with kind of a rock and roll edge, especially for Feifei. I really related to her as a rock singer in days gone by in my past, you know, but certainly not ever the latex hot pants, but
Never too late.
You were only 75.
You can borrow them from Manfei.
I was-
But people have said, you know, what is it? Why do you think? I think we get that question every time.
Yeah.
Why do you think Bebop has had such longevity? And I think a lot of it is kind of like that extra cast member, the music,
Yeah.
and that edge. I mean, it could have been written in English easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it seemed like it was destined to be a live action film, which opens another topic that we have very mixed feelings about,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which would be incredible as long as we have a cameo.
Yeah.
I want us all
all
to
I
be
want.
in some casino
Well, you're-
somewhere and we all get blown away by Spike. I just want
Yeah, right.
that.
So you're still young enough, you can do Spike.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No, but what I
Magic
could
and
do,
makeup.
what I could do is the voiceover for him. I could do.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, his
oh.
thought filter.
His
Yeah, the thought
yeah,
filter
right.
or an
that would
opening
be amazing.
monologue.
Oh, yeah,
right, yeah.
opening
Like
and
that,
concluding, bookends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then hire a on-camera guy to match my voice.
That'd be hard to do. That'd be hard to do.
You
Yeah.
had it.
That's right.
You got special pipes, man. It'd be hard to match your pipes.
You need
Yeah.
a face to match that voice.
That's the
Deep
thing.
blue.
Yeah,
You
then
know,
Never
those are
happened.
special pipes.
the audience is gonna get a nice view.
Steven, you're so cute with your glasses off. Okay, you better put them back on.
Yeah.
That was too much cute.
Really.
That was a
Too
lot
much
cute.
cute. Too much cute.
Whoa. Can I just...
Too much cute.
All right, Jen.
All right.
Well, all right. Well, all right.
You are.
Too cute.
Okay. Cute. All right.
Cute,
Cute.
cute.
Embrace it, baby.
Hell yeah.
I'll set that in.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, if you're still doable, cheers.
This stage of life,
Here's to still
Cheers.
being doable. I'll cheers to that any
I'm
day.
happy to remember my pants. My
And yet,
Being doable.
that's
Doable.
Being doable.
when you don't know.
Oh, that's good.
Isn't
That's
that
good.
nice?
Yeah, catch that on film.
Sure.
Yeah, that's the dessert footage.
You're not wearing
Dessert
pants
food.
now, so
Yeah, I'm
it's
not.
good.
That's why I'm sitting at this end of the table.
I
Penceless Spike.
don't know what's going on
Sequel.
there, but
You thought he died, you know? He just lost his pants. He came back and he came back very Jewish.
Cowboy Bebop.
forgot about it.
Good times. Who are you again? I remember nothing.
And what have you got?
And
Nothing.
Because Feifei took it all.
Bullshit.
Nice, good timing.
You know how we feel about points on timing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since we've been traveling together,
oh, that's
we've been
right.
issuing big points for timing. It's really
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You,
Yeah.
you did not have the pleasure of flying with us.
No, I didn't.
We were quite a threesome.
You know, she's sober and I'm texting her and I didn't know.
There was never a bow moment. There was never a dull moment.
Never a bow moment.
Never a bow moment.
It's always a bow
sat
moment.
on a plane.
Constant.
I was in between the
She
two
was
of you.
sandwiched. Poor
And
baby.
it did not stop for 4.5 hours to bring
As soon as there'd be a
But it
lull.
was great, and we're like, oh, we need to text Steve.
We miss you, Steve.
And
That's what
then
we
we
sent you
thought,
that
where
sad
would you
face.
have sat?
Oh, I remember.
Where would
missed
you
you.
have sat? You would have been like across the aisle, so maybe, you know.
I'm
Next
on
time.
deadline for a script. I'm trying desperately to work. And
Oh,
Rose
that's
going,
right.
but you know, there was this time. And he's like,
Oh, you failed.
I'll let you work in a minute.
fine, but I'll let you work. Okay. And I'm like, I can't shut up any longer.
Oh, that was magical.
The both of you have talked constantly for the last 3 hours. I'm typing.
We're gonna have an opportunity to
Nothing
do that
to do.
again
I
soon.
loved it.
Yeah.
Are we?
Yes, we
We're
are.
gonna get a booking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I've been talking to somebody about getting us on the road as a
On the
group.
road,
Oh,
yes.
beautiful.
Yes.
And do
And
a
I
tour.
think I might have
And do a
gotten
tour.
one next
Bebop
year
on
this time.
tour.
Yeah.
Bebop on
Yeah,
Right
you,
on.
You know, in your show business career, you become best friends with people, and you don't remember who they are.
Yeah.
You know, that type of thing.
You're
you
the
know.
Production's
short-lived,
over.
Yeah.
everything's
Yeah.
tight.
You're right.
Tight,
you know,
tight.
you're my new best friend, and what was your name again? And you said, I don't have time for you. But here we are,
This is-
15 years later.
I
This is
know.
the only cast, especially in anime, that
Yes.
I ever even really kept in contact with.
Yeah.
Everybody.
That's right.
But we
For
all
these
still
years.
work together.
Yeah.
I know.
We
Work
all
together.
still work
Right.
But never in the same
Together,
room.
but never
Yeah, right,
known
never in the
as
same
one
room.
as
One
one
at a
of one
time.
or
Yeah,
one
one
of
at a
one
time.
this way, but never like we've never worked together.
No, I know.
Maybe on a group thing, maybe once in a while, maybe, but I don't even know.
I
We don't
know.
have that luxury, but we have also had longevity in this business when there was a time where they had walla groups and you could be together
Yep.
for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
You could be waiting in the lobby while someone else is finishing. You have more opportunity to see each other.
Yeah.
The business has changed quite a bit, so we
Yeah.
don't really have those opportunities anymore. So
I was an antisocial schmuck back then, too.
Super.
Yeah, kind of.
No, you were very involved in coaching your kids.
That's
and
what
your
it was.
teams.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it
You
was.
being a
You
good
were
dad.
raising
Yeah. Did I tell you I don't have children? And that
You
was an
were
excuse?
For the longest time,
It
I
was temporary. You thought you were
Yeah.
just dabbling in this.
Oh,
But
No,
it's
I was-
okay.
I was
No,
being a
because
good
he
dad
would
back then.
always tell me I'm not an actor. And
I
remember
know.
saying, if you say that to me one more time, I will kick you squarely in the balls.
Yeah, she literally threatened me.
Well,
did.
if
She
you
threatened
keep
my
saying
life.
this,
That
then
was-
we're going to make you demonstrate what you are, and what you were was a musician.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's starting to come back.
Good,
so
good,
happy
good,
to
good,
hear
good.
that.
Thanks to you.
Great.
I'm so
Great.
happy to hear
When are we
that.
seeing that?
Well, we did a little show together.
at Anime Expo this year.
We played
sang
Club
Blue.
Nokia together.
Okay,
Oh,
guys, we did
hello.
like one of my favorite, moments of the show was previewing this last moment with Spike and Bang, and we did one take from what I remember, maybe two, but I think one's the one we used. And then I just let the credits roll. I was like, playback. And we had the M&E track, so we had access to just the music and effects. So bang, boom, and then the song Blue starts
I love
rolling.
that song.
And it's so exquisite. So at Anime Expo this year, we got to, along with Raj, we got to sing, I got to sing Blue with
Yeah.
Steve
Oh, that's
playing.
Wow.
It was-
We love Raj.
And Raj Ramaya.
Raj,
Oh,
who we met
yes.
in Memphis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was
And he
lovely.
sang, he did a
He's
set.
so wonderful.
Yeah, and we
Yeah.
sang Call Me when Ed leaves.
Oh.
We did three-part harmonies to that.
You
Do
guys.
you
Yeah.
have that on tape?
You were singing?
Somewhere?
So-
I was
Yeah,
singing
we could-
background
right
vocal
on.
and playing drum.
Yeah.
You were playing drums. I thought you
Yeah.
were playing guitar. You playing
I
drums?
did
He
both.
played
Oh,
guitar.
both, okay.
Nice.
That's
Neither one
fantastic.
well, but both.
No.
Yes.
As long as you
That's
feel it, baby.
great.
As long as you feel it.
I was
That'd
banging.
be
I was
really
banging
fun
my
to do.
drum.
Do you have a cajon?
Yeah. I beg
He has
your pardon. I have
cojones.
two. I have two, and thanks for asking. Would you like to see them?
All right, let's get it over
We're
with.
close enough
You
now.
have, you have them with you?
Here it comes. Yes, I
Rob them out.
I don't leave home without them. Now that I'm not married anymore, I'm allowed to bring them out of the
You
house.
allowed you bring them out of the house.
I'm not
They're
just
totally
one.
yours.
All the
now,
other
right?
guys are bringing
two.
them.
Right. You
Really?
guys have theirs. Come on. No, I have a djembe and a
Oh,
doumbé.
djembe.
Yes.
Some bongos.
Beautiful.
All kinds of things. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You guys have to come over my house.
String
And I played your 12 string
which was beautiful.
Oh, 12
But I got in
string.
Mexico City.
on your tour there.
My tour.
Mexico City?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mary's
Some Silent Hill stuff I've been singing with.
superstar, rock star now.
I'm 47 and I'm a rock star. I threw out my hip.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Fabulous.
Can't do the twist anymore.
No, but you know I never did it well in the
Never
first
did it well.
place. So who cares? 15 years. It's a long time.
Long
And it's
time.
so much fun to continue to work with you guys as actor, as director, as everything, but also to see where you all have gone. You know, it's just, I remember being on a plane watching a Miley Cyrus movie going, wow!
The highlight of my career.
No. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah,
You know, and
Yes.
hearing all you guys.
it's fun. It's fun. We've all been very blessed in life and in the business. So.
It's nice to have been able to stay alive in the business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. difference.
I mean, we're in a microcosm of entertainment proper, is the way I always feel. We sort of are this little branch, this outlining outcrop of a corner in the other side of the cul-de-sac of the business. So I just feel like, you know, I don't want to tell people I'm an actor. When I'm traveling and I meet someone, I'll tell them I'm a writer, I sing, I'm a choreographer. I'll tell them anything but being an actor because you know this follow-up question.
What have you done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you on?
And how do I get into it?
Right.
Oh, and furthermore,
Voiceover.
how can I get in?
Yeah. Especially voiceover.
Exactly.
People have told me that I have a great voice.
That's right.
How do I get into voiceover? Yes.
That's it.
Well, learn to act and
Learn
do
to
that for 20
Imagine
years.
that.
Yeah.
Well, we're recruiting a lot of people, talent from a fan pool now, which I have a lot of trouble with. But I'm open to anybody that works hard and follows their dream. I mean, I get that.
Absolutely.
But
That's how we got
that,
started.
that we have longevity in this very large umbrella, and Bo, you cross over much more so than most of us in doing on camera and doing everything else. And Mary and I have been very diverse in trying our hand at many other things to be able to have longevity in our business because there's more roles for men, of course.
Yeah.
And to think that after all this time, we're still able to still be very happy, secure in our work, to have this foundation of friendship. Oh,
Yeah.
it's such a blessing. I embrace it so much. And my husband, Robert, has helped me a lot with that. We've talked about that. Of thinking sort of like, oh, this little anime thing that we do. And Robert would say, you know, I wouldn't put anything negative on that.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right,
this is
yeah.
very important to people, and you play a big part in it, and it's an honor. And it's like, you're right. You're right. I appreciate it so
It's
much.
true.
It's
Yeah,
great storytelling.
And we've had
it is.
the luxury of with Facebook to be able to interact with fans a long distance in addition to going to the cons, but to get a tag from somebody in Argentina and
Yeah,
England or
Czechoslovakia.
Czechoslovakia,
Yeah.
Tunisia.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just astonishing, and I call it love. It's just getting love from all over the world from folks. It's because I can't. It's never anything negative,
No.
No.
Oh, no.
No.
and it's just.
Well, they tell me negative stuff about you, but not much.
Well, there's plenty to tell. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Don't you believe it?
When you live
It's
as
all
long as I
perception.
have.
Yeah.
It's all perception. I try to spin it nicely.
I appreciate it. I'm glad I have you in my corner.
I got your back. I got your back, baby.
Okay, I appreciate that. Because I need that. I need it big time. My son told me something years ago. He said, and he's referring to the athletic world and different areas of my life. He said, Dad, the older you get, the better you used to be. What? He said, your stories are growing.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's great.
So it's okay. All right.
You're just
stories
saying
are
I'm a
growing.
good storyteller.
Yeah,
That's
well,
it.
That's right.
Get the right one. I just call them as I see them,
Yeah.
All about the spin.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah.
And then Melissa with your musical theater. Oh my gosh, I got to see
Broadway.
her on Broadway.
Broadway.
In
Yeah.
Wicked, and I cried. And then out here at the Pantages, here comes Melissa
Yeah.
as Glinda in the freaking bubble, and
Mary
all of us
came
is
to
a
see
whole row of us
Yeah.
going.
Mikey was talking about that the other day. When you were doing it in the
Rose, I'll never
Pantages.
forget that. Yeah, I'll never forget all you guys who came, and it was unbelievable. Because
Yeah.
that was kind of like a dream come true when it happened, and it was everything aligned, and it was great. But what I was gonna say was when I was in New York, first doing Wicked was when the movie came out. The Cowboy Bebop movie
Yeah.
came out, and I think I flew home to do something. To do some features or something. I can't remember when I flew home to LA to do something for the movie. I felt like, did we do or maybe we filmed it, all the things that we were, I don't know, something
We
that
had
we
a
did.
premiere.
We did a premiere. I might
But
have
it was in New York,
New
in
York
Times
was the
Square.
But it was in Times Square when I was working on Wicked
Yeah.
in New York. And I'll never forget this epiphany that happened when a fan came up, to the stage door, and they're usually going up to Idina Menzel or to Kristen Chenoweth or, Joel Grey, surrounded by all these great people. Someone came up to me and said, "Are you Melissa Vaughn?" And I was like, "Yeah," I was wearing the big hat. And they said, "Oh my God, you were in Cowboy Bebop. And the movie is out right now. And oh my God, I can't believe I met And it was like this epiphany because I had never really had that with fans.
Yeah.
I've never
Oh,
really
yeah.
with anime fans.
Full circle.
And it just came around to this other part of my life that I love so much, doing theater, and I was like, oh my god. And then after that, it was unbelievable. The fan kids who came to see Wicked were also huge anime fans.
Wow.
And it just kind of crossed, and
it all folded together.
unbelievable. It was
Yeah.
unbelievable.
That must have
But
been some
I'll never
experience.
forget that time because it was in Times Square, and I was working, and it was amazing.
I mean, that's show business.
That's
Times
know.
Square, you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Times
And
Square.
I went to the premiere with Yutaka, and it was just, and Yoko Kanno was there, and Watanabe-san. And just sort of sit there in the audience.
In New York?
And they introduced me, and I was like, hi. And I got to meet Steve Conte afterwards, who sang Call Me, and Rain, and it was like everybody was done, and I looked at him, and I said, are you Steve Conte? And he said, yes. I said, I'm Mary Elizabeth. I directed the dub, and he was like, ah! And we both screamed and just wrapped around each other. I was like, oh, I'm a huge fan. He goes, no, I'm a huge fan. And it was just that moment, and my parents were there, so it was one of those
your
great
parents were
where they were just
there.
like,
Oh, my God.
we're so proud. I mean, it was
Well,
great.
it's like this part of the
guys.
business, like
Beautiful.
what we were saying, Wendy. It's like we're this kind of outer corner of the business of what we do, but yet we're not, because
Yeah.
we're finding out as the years go by how some of these great projects like this one have affected so many people, and it has come back to us, and it's so humbling. As an actor, you're like, oh my god, this is amazing that this little, we're in this little booth
Yeah.
in
Yes.
Burbank,
In our pajamas.
across from Porto's, right?
And sometimes
You
in
know?
that booth where you had to go in sideways because it wasn't big enough.
Yeah.
It wasn't big enough to even get in there.
Yeah.
I
you
know, but
Yeah,
Kappa
yeah.
was good. We had a bit of
Kappa was pretty
Kappa
good.
was
Yeah.
good, yeah. But who would have thunk it?
But parents are sharing it with their children now, and some of these
Yeah.
grandchildren.
Yeah.
I was at
Okay.
You
Disney.
see people coming to the convention. Yeah.
It's amazing. I was at Disney the other day doing an audition, and two executives came out of their offices while I was in the kitchen pouring a cup of coffee. They said, "Excuse me, the guy that did Cowboy Bebop."
I know, you have to repeat that. That was too good.
That one again.
I tried it.
Timing.
So, Steve, tell us.
So this is
What
actually.
happened at Disney?
Tell us,
So I was at
You were
Disney.
at Disney the other day.
I was
So
at
tell
Disney
us
the
all
other
about
day auditioning.
All right.
Auditioning.
Storming the castle.
Storming the castle of Disney.
Yes.
Yes. I was pouring a cup of coffee. It
Okay.
was automatic, so technically I wasn't pouring it. I'm standing there. I'm standing there, and this guy comes out of his office. The first guy comes up to me out of his office with glasses and a suit and tie and the badge, the official Disney badge on. He's an executive sitting in his office, and he heard that I was there auditioning. And he comes up to me and he goes, "Excuse me, are you Steve Bloom?" And I said, "Yeah." And I thought I was in trouble. I thought,
You're parking the wrong place. Right?
that's what I thought.
Movie cut.
And he goes, "Dude, I just have to tell you, I'm the biggest Cowboy Bebop fan." And then another executive came out, and then another actor came up to me as he's coming out of the booth, and I'm about to go in. And a young guy, and it's his first time reading for anything big at all, and he's at Disney, and I'm congratulating him on being there at Disney.
Just the
And he
only-
goes, "Dude," he goes, "I love everything you've done, but Cowboy Bebop changed my life. It's part of it's my childhood."
Right.
Yeah.
And
Right.
at cons, I hear that so often. It's my
Right.
childhood, and to
It's so
be
great to
involved in
feel
a
so
positive
blessed
way.
and so old at the same
And
time.
Yeah, yeah. And I was,
Yeah.
and I was,
And that guy was 45.
more gray hair than me. And he introduced me to his grandchildren.
You brought me through my teenage years. That's what I've heard that you know,
Yeah.
I went through my teenage years, and blah blah blah. And that guy was 60.
Yeah.
I guess I'm older than I thought.
Oh, when somebody tells me that I was their childhood, I always say, "And look how nicely you've turned out despite that." I'm just shocked that you're still alive.
I thought you were going to say, "And I raised you well."
Yes, yes, yeah. I'm taking full credit for
I'm taking
that.
full credit.
Or I say apologize to your parents for it.
Oh yeah, right. Sorry for getting in
Parents
the
are
mix.
probably the ones that got them into it.
Could be very well.
right.
Could. And
Possible.
nowadays, that's the
possible.
truth. Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's just
Very
it's
true.
just
I get
astonishing.
kids, kids coming up saying, "This is for my mom. Will you sign it?"
Yeah.
Like, absolutely.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Aw.
That's so fun.
Yeah,
That's
and when you write to my mom, I love the kind of woman that can kick my ass.
Oh, that's a little uncomfortable.
It's a little uncomfortable. I'm not gonna bang your mom. I'm sorry. Just can't do it. Can't do it.
Yeah, right.
She's obsessed with the
That's
ending.
yeah.
All right,
It's not that bang. It's
one
the
little
other
bang. One
Yeah,
little
little
bang.
That's
Just don't tell your dad,
Yeah, right.
please.
Danger.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker!
Yes, to Ed.
Please keep that in. Please keep that in.
And I'm the only one not drinking.
That's right.
That's right, yeah.
That's right. Okay, well,
But
let's
she got way high before she got here.
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
She doesn't realize the water was
You
Yeah.
gotta drink
Shrooms.
what you gotta
The
drink.
I'm
shrooms.
sneaking out. I'll be right
You
back.
don't realize that water was spiked. By spike.
Oh, was it ever? I'm sorry about that.
It was spiked.
Yeah.
That's right. It's mushroom samba water.
Mushroom
Mushroom
samba
samba.
water.
You walk in a stairway and you're talking to a frog.
Yeah.
That's right. I remember Jet had a line in the mushroom song. He said,
At the end.
He said, no, he's like, who am I anyway?
Yeah. My favorite thing is when we really played with Mark's amazing script, and we did one take at the end when there's nothing but mushrooms to eat, and you're like, there's this, and shiitake on ice. So I was like, good, we got it as written. So let's do one where you really emphasize the shit on shiitake on.
Did you use that one?
And we
Yeah.
did, and,
Yeah, we did.
I kept it in, and I remember doing the QC with Yutaka. He laughed so hard, and I was like, "Is it okay?
Yes,
Can we
can we
use
keep
it?"
it?
He goes, "Oh, yes." Because it's not technically saying shit; it's shit.
Taki on ice.
But we did cuss a little bit in the show, right?
Yeah, we said damn.
There were a few episodes. I thought we said shit in the show. We said it in the movie.
Yeah, we did.
I said you
All
take
right,
too
yeah.
long to take a shit after
Yeah.
after my little interaction with you, my little intercourse with you.
What?
It's a appropriate word to use there.
I guess we're
Look it up, kids.
Way back to the gladiator movies.
Oh no. It's okay that you asked Jet, not if you ask Ed.
That's right.
No.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Ew.
That's true.
Ew.
Yeah, that's just
But I
right.
get a lot of questions about Ed, and they just say, "How did you guys come up with that?" And it was just like I felt like even Rick wasn't there when you and I were in the booth because I
Yeah.
just felt like, play. All right, do one straight. That's great, fine, good, awesome, got it. Where we're talking now because I knew your musical theater background, and I knew what an amazing singer you were, and just
We
back
just
and
played,
play.
but we had a great, like, organic kind of back and forth, and you just let me go, and you'd say, okay, no, try this, and we were just kind of amusing each other.
yeah, like we just made each other laugh.
You improv the melodies too, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
improv. I mean, there were some things. There was one that the circles and eyeballs. That's from the movie, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that was an actual melody that
Yeah.
they had. But everything else, we just improvised and I
Yeah.
played around and
And we did a lot more music
we
than
did a
was
lot
in
of
the
sing-songy
than was
stuff.
in the Japanese.
I think
Yeah,
we would
yeah,
try
yeah.
things, if I'm remembering correctly, we would try things straight, and then you'd say, okay, no, what would happen if she just kind of sang this?
Mm-hmm.
What would it sound like if she kind of bounced around and did that? And
Mm-hmm.
I just remember always watching Ed, like she was a rubber hose, old-fashioned character,
Yes.
like a Fleischer,
Yeah.
character, and she was just so fluid that we just had a great time. We did.
Yeah.
We had a great time.
Yeah.
The body language is just, I just love it.
It lends
I love
itself
it.
to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
voice. So you watch it, and because people ask me that a lot, how did you come up with her voice? How did you do it? And what was it? And I can't quite describe it. Just that we had this great interchange back and forth, because it's not just the actor, it's the director. And I always give you kudos, Mary, because you are
Thanks, honey.
the best director I've ever worked with. You really, because you're an actor and
Have
you're a
more
singer,
wine.
and
Yeah.
that's more wine.
Imagine if she was drinking.
Say, have some more wine.
I love you so much.
I love you.
I love you more.
Sorry, you fabulous. Yeah, you helped me create her.
I just felt like we had such freedom on the show. There was nobody there. Like Yutaka's brother Sam would be there sometimes, but there was
Silently
nobody.
judging.
Yeah, that's right.
There was
Silently
nobody
judging.
there, so we could just play,
Yeah.
and do a lot of takes and just play around.
I think Wendy, you said it. I wonder if you said it. The show breathes.
Yeah.
Because I remember
Yeah.
with the Ganymedes
So true.
when Jet goes back to Elisa and all of that, and we just had time.
Yeah.
And we just had time. It wasn't like rushing through, and
We got
and it
to
was
create.
yeah, you got to
Yeah.
create and really be in the moment and really tell the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was-
And dig
Very
down
fun.
because it was such. Hopefully, it was safe. You guys
Yeah.
felt safe.
oh yeah,
you know,
you
so
made
Oh,
it. You
yeah.
made it
Always.
so cool. Yeah.
digging,
She taught me how to act on the show. I mean, literally, that's what I felt my time was being. That's how my time was being used. But honestly,
Yeah.
I was pretty green, and to take on a role like that, to take on a leading
Yeah,
role
leading
in a
role,
show,
that's a lot.
I was terrified all the time, and you made me feel comfortable, and you taught me how to do it. Really, especially in the more intimate scenes, because that was really uncomfortable for me. I was used to doing the broad stuff, and creatures and all that.
Oh really?
But to actually have quiet moments with a character who's kind of torn up like that, and that takes some acting skill. And
Yeah.
I didn't have that. I didn't have that training. So
It was the first time I'd seen a show where it had it. I mean, Faye has some amazing moments of just.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
At the end, when you get your backstory,
together,
everything
yes.
is just
especially, yeah.
you know, to see the shyster, and then all of a sudden to peel away the onion layers.
Oh, I know,
Yeah.
and to find out that she had been hiding so much, and that there was such a reason for her hard shell exterior, and using her sexuality, and playing it so much in a man's world, and being a contender.
Yeah.
And really that she had so much to cover up and to hide all her vulnerabilities, and how really damaged she was just made me love her so much more.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how the show wasn't afraid to kind of just linger in some of those moments and not fill everything with fast edits. It's sort of a form of storytelling that's gone by in many ways. I think that people find it refreshing that you can just kind of sit back with it, and there's not always going to be something to go, look over here, now do this is what we're telling you to do. You observe and you follow the story and the stage pictures as you choose.
Yeah.
You know, that was really refreshing.
I remember this great scene at the bar when you're talking to the bartender and you start hearing about Julia, and you would it's the first time you really sort of invested in Spike, and it was just these great scenes of Faye just leaning on the bar, and these intimate moments with the saxophone playing in the background,
that's
and it was
right.
just it took my breath away.
Yeah.
Goodness, it was just amazing.
Not to mention the ending. I remember when we recorded the last episode, and you said, "Don't look ahead."
No,
Don't read the script. Don't look ahead.
Don't look ahead.
And I was like, "What? Well, of course. No, wait a minute. No, I'm down. Yeah, let's not look ahead. Let's just discover it as we go."
Yeah.
Go, right?
And we got to the ending and the fireball, and I went, "Wait, what?"
No!
And I looked at you, and you looked at me, and we were.
I know.
Oh my God.
They came out. You're like, "I'm gonna smoke." I'm like, "Yeah, me too. I don't even smoke. Let's get the hell out of here." And then we came back here. Let's watch it again.
All I was thinking was
Genius.
Spike never got to hook it with Faye.
Okay, now what's
Thanks.
that about?
Thanks a lot.
That
No,
can't even happen in animation.
But that was an amazing choice on on Watanabe's
It
part,
was.
not
Yeah,
to
not
go
to
there
go there.
between
Right.
those two.
It
Oh,
was
yeah.
All of that
asexual.
energy, there was so
wasn't-
much energy that was
It was
sort of on the
never-
fringes.
really true.
It was sort of insinuated, but it never went there.
Right.
Well,
was
and
amazing.
all the characters had some kind of sensual thing going on, but
Yeah.
it was never overt. I mean, it was for Faye because she would utilize that. She
Yeah.
harnessed it. But
Yeah.
Spike was incredibly sexy by just his presence.
Yeah, well, I tried to get that in.
You didn't have to try too hard, baby.
Well, you did. It was not,
I like
that
to-
was one of the distinctions that was made
take
between
a little credit for that.
the original Japanese and our edit. That you were sexy, and that the Japanese Spike was not.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
He was amazing, but he was very different. I talked about that a lot.
Oh.
Is that
He
our
really
dub
was.
was really different from the
Somebody-
Japanese, but still, it was like an American version.
Right. Yeah.
That's right.
And somebody, I don't remember who it was. It was a Japanese woman who was somehow involved with the project in Japan.
How could Spike not be sexy? Just
I don't know. You brought something that he
Or
didn't bring.
maybe he was
you know?
just cool.
He was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
For
was
you.
sexy.
Definitely.
That's
But
like
you know what it is?
I got it.
You know what they say in Hollywood? You know, you got it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it at
Right.
the time either. I mean, kind of flash right.
We listened.
Now this is acting right here. You know, he knows what he's got.
I never heard that before, though.
No, yeah.
Wow.
Because I did some research. And then that's that. I can't remember. If you want to look it up,
Yeah,
you know, you
I will
can find
now.
it. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can find it. There's a Japanese woman who somehow was involved with a project in Japan.
Huh.
Said that made that statement.
Oh, I like hearing that actually a lot.
Yeah,
I do too.
I do too.
Because we
Nice.
maintained the spirit of the writing in the show, but we still brought it and we
Brought it.
added another layer
Yeah.
to what was
Yeah.
already established.
Made it our own.
Definitely.
No,
Yeah, because the Japanese actress who plays Faye, I'll never forget, on the extras, she says her first impression of Faye was that she was so vulgar. And to me, my first
Vulgar.
impression was like, oh yeah, she's mine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel this girl. I get her. I see what the layers of complexity. I get this
yeah.
right
Yeah.
away.
You added such a strong to me, and I loved all the performances, all the Japanese performances. But there was this kick-ass, deep-rooted femininity to you that you brought to Faye that was not in the Japanese
Wow.
version, and it was just like, what? I mean, it was so much
Yeah.
fun,
Yeah.
especially on a ship of damaged goods.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
Right, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so
Bebop
true.
was a ship of damaged
Absolutely.
people, and I
Yeah.
think as I get older in life, I realize, oh shit, we were all damaged. But
Oh,
you know, and you
yeah.
find the people that you're copacetic with, and your level of damage, as it were.
Everybody.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then
We've all
this
got
was such-
pain in our
oh,
background.
Yeah.
We all got
And this was
pain
such
in
a
our
perfect
history.
balance of 4 characters that had different levels and intensities of damage that just fit perfectly and reluctantly. And
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I mean, Jet was so reluctant the whole time of having the kid and the dog and
All these people, but what would I do without them?
Exactly. He's the guy who sits there and trims a bonsai every day.
I know.
That's brilliant.
That's
That's
therapy,
meditation.
baby.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That was.
Thank God Kevin cast such a damaged actor.
Oh,
Right.
perfect.
He knew.
Casting
And
was kind of
non-actors.
the casting was kind of genius though. I mean, look at the
Yeah.
chemistry
Yeah.
15 years later.
Right.
Yeah.
There's something about Kevin that
Yeah.
that speaks volumes.
That's right.
To his
That's true.
talent.
Because
Yeah.
he
To be
was
able
a
to-
fan.
yeah.
He appreciated the art form
Yeah.
so much, in addition to becoming such a grand professional
Yeah.
at what he honed,
Yeah.
and to figure out how to put all the pieces together and for us to not even audition. I mean,
Right. Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
pretty
he did
remarkable.
that.
Yeah.
But as I said,
Wise.
who else would have played Jet?
I know.
I know.
Really?
I know.
You know.
I know.
Well, I was really happy, very, very happy to get cast, and we were. I don't know if you remember our first session. I was thinking all of this, what kind of voice does he use? Maybe he has a southern accent. And she's, she's thinking,
Yeah, maybe
actors,
not.
just use your voice, Bo. Just. I said, well, that's boring. He said, no, just, we don't have to go over here and over there. Just let's just do it. Let's just do it. And you were just absolutely right.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just
Perfect cast.
perfect.
Unique and
But you
identifiable.
still, developed
Yeah.
a texture for him
Yeah.
that I haven't heard you use with any other character.
Probably not. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were still working on. Were you working with me on Outlaw Star?
Outlaw Star,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right. We were
Yeah.
working on that at the same time.
Yeah.
I think you all were on it,
Yeah.
weren't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Did you come
Yeah.
in on
No,
Outlaw
I
Star?
don't think so. Mm-mm. What was it called?
Outlaw
Outlaw
Star.
Star.
No, I don't think I did. Mm-mm.
We were also doing Fushugi Yugi.
Oh yeah.
With
Oh yeah,
Bridget.
with
Yeah.
Bridget.
Yeah,
Bridget was directing.
yeah. There was a lot of overlap at the time.
Yeah.
It was sort of
Yeah.
a big peak, a surge of anime really taking off for us.
And women directors.
And women
Yeah.
directors.
Right, yeah.
Yes.
Women
Actors
Bridget, Leah.
directing.
You guys. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Actors
Directing actors. That really could
Yeah.
have started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crossed
Yeah.
over there and
For
made a
me,
huge
yeah.
difference.
It made a
Absolutely.
huge difference.
I remember I was really impressed when I found out that you had gone to New Zealand to do Xena.
Xena.
The warrior princess. Because I had done a lot of Walla for Xena and for Hercules.
I did too.
For Doug Stone.
Yeah,
Yes,
Stone.
right?
Yes.
We know that
Yes.
all those fight scenes, all that stuff.
Still getting
and then when you
residuals.
said that you had done it, I said, oh, I was a fanboy. I just
Yeah.
went, boom, right into the
Yeah.
fanboy guy. Really?
Love it.
What did it? Why? She said, no, I got tired of that on camera
No,
thing.
you got
Xena's
injured. I got injured on Xena, and that's how I started doing voiceover.
Oh, is that right?
The horse
Took an
I was
arrow to the
being,
knee.
I
No.
did. No, the horse I was being hanged on reared up and fell on top of me, dislocated my kneecap, and I was doing like the Beetlejuice Rockin' Graveyard Review up at Universal at the time, and I came home and I was like, well, I can't really do that for a while, so Peter Spellos recommended me to Zero Limit. He did, and that was it. They're looking for new voices, and I
Wow.
said, all right.
So that was the connection with Zena.
Yeah.
Wow. Just
But
led
we
to
all
that.
worked on Cena. You guys all worked
Yeah.
on loop groups?
A little bit
I
on
did
looping.
some,
I did
yeah.
have
Yeah.
Hercules.
We were
Yeah.
down there
Yeah.
on, what was it, down south of Washington Boulevard
Yeah.
or something down there
Yeah.
by the oil
The
fields.
farthest
Oh,
possible
yeah.
studio you could.
Yeah, right.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah. But I remember how loud the arrowheads had to be.
Yeah.
You're like taking an arrowhead to the arm and
Oh, yeah, I
fall out of the tree. Yeah.
yeah.
Hyper volume.
That was really rough on the vocals.
Yes, it was.
really vocal.
Yeah,
Bam,
Dave
bam.
in those shows was rough. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
What a great group that.
Oh, it was, yeah. Yeah, it was. It was a lot of fun. Doug Stone, I mean,
Yeah.
Doug got me started back when we were doing at Intersound down on the Sunset.
Yeah.
When we were doing,
wow.
we were dubbing a live action.
Right.
You know, whenever they needed an
Indonesian
African
films,
accent. Right?
yeah,
Yeah.
mall films.
Right. And then remember we started doing Jackie Chan's films?
That's
Yeah.
Oh
right.
yeah. I did
We
Drunken
said,
Boxer.
we could,
That was
nobody could
awesome.
believe this guy. What is he doing?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Jackie Chan, he's going to be a star. That guy's going to be a star. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Doug is the one that dragged me into this realm.
How did you know Doug?
I'm trying to figure out how we very first met. I can't remember how it was, but I remember we were down in Intersound and I was doing the African accent.
You were working there. I don't think I knew you there.
I don't think so.
Oh, it's amazing.
Was Dave Mello with him at the time?
They used to be sort of a writing
Dave
team.
and-
Yeah, I
writing
think
and
Dave
directing.
was,
Oh,
yeah.
no kidding.
Team. Yeah.
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 Yeah, those
For a
guys
long
taught me
time,
how
they
to
were synonymous.
Oh no.
Yeah, Mona Marshall came in on a session. I
yeah.
watched her for the first time.
Did you?
and
Yeah.
It was a master class, just sitting
Oh,
there
yeah.
watching.
And
her.
remember,
Yes.
you know, we didn't even have beeps.
No,
We had
That's right,
time
we're at the
codes.
cave.
Oh, the cave,
you had
yeah.
you had
Oh
the
my
time
God.
code.
I didn't work at the
it's my
cave.
first time doing anything ever.
What
Was at the cave on the Guyver.
That was the first time I had ever done anime.
Yeah.
Was on Guyver.
That was the first time I had ever acted.
Oh.
Was on the Guyver.
Oh,
They would
God. And we
tap
were
us
all
on
in
the
a
shoulder
circle.
when we're supposed to start
Yeah.
speaking.
You
We're all in a
guys
circle.
remember
There were
that?
no time codes.
You
guys
ever
are-
remember?
You guys were on MacGyver?
I did several.
It's a show called Guyver.
Oh,
I felt
I
the same
thought.
thing. I was like,
MacGyver.
they were on
MacGyver.
MacGyver?
Yeah, well, I was on MacGyver, and I said, "You look me, you look me." You know,
No, we actually had to build the sound equipment for ours, so it was the same sort of thing.
Oh, right. Back in it. You know, you
literally
got
had-
some stones and.
We had to carry the equipment up a hill into a treehouse studio that they called the cave.
They called it the cave.
Oh,
They
really?
rented this. They rented the
wasn't it-
Nagra. It was on tape.
Yes, but wasn't it right by now where
Where's the office?
you were studying up with?
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, and we
The
actually
cave was there.
the cave was right
Yeah,
near there,
it was
right
right
on that
kind of
street.
near there in the
Yeah.
back.
This guy built he was a rock guitar player, and he built a studio in a treehouse. And we literally had to carry a Nagra up there in the morning because he would rent it, and he would have to bring it back at the end of each weekend. And then we carry it up the next weekend, and we'd all work on the weekends. It was,
It was on the weekends.
they
that's
paid us
right.
$7 a line, and they fed us breakfast and lunch, and they brought in all the actors at the same time.
All the same time.
There were like 20 of
Tapped
us
on the
there.
shoulder. We had to chase the
time
Chase the,
code.
no beat.
chase the
Yeah.
flags.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh
right.
my
Just the time
God.
codes.
It's archaic.
Yeah, and the guy who owned the studio was this crazy rock and roll guy, and he would hang from his knees from the limb of the tree outside the studio with a chainsaw, cutting the limbs while we're recording. And he thought that was perfectly acceptable. His hair's hanging straight down, dogs are barking. They had to redo the sound on everything. We actually redid all of the sound on
Yes,
it.
that's right.
Yeah.
Shows you the sort of budgets we were
Leslie.
working with.
Yeah, Les Claypool's
Yes.
garage. Yeah.
Wow.
We redid all the sound for everything we recorded.
Oh, you redid it in Leslie's garage? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, that goes
Those were
back.
the days.
No,
Boy,
it
did we
went
have
at
good
nails
days.
out then, yeah.
I ate so well.
Yes.
I was a starving musician at the time.
All right,
That
yeah,
was the
free
best,
food.
That was the best deal I had.
Yeah.
We got free food.
$7 an hour.
That's amazing.
No.
I know. And then
$7 a line.
A
$7
line.
a line.
Yeah, it's a line.
Paid
Yeah.
by the
But with
line.
the creature
Well, you
lines,
and
they
I go
kind of
further
fudged on
back.
that a little bit. I was doing creatures at first, so.
Bob Barron. Did you know Bob Barron?
Yeah.
Bob Barron's the one who set the rate at $1 a line.
Really?
Yeah,
my God,
I
I
started in the
remember,
early
yeah.
'80s,
Yeah.
and they were all already working at $1 a line. And I went to the first meeting when the actors said, "This is it. This is taking off. We have to organize. Let's get together. We want to unionize." And we met at a theater, and there was about 100 of us, and they had Bob Barron and Doug and Michael McConaughey and Dave and a couple other guys were the key guys who led this meeting, and they said, we need to do something about this rate, and what we really want to do is we want to go union, and we also want this rate to increase. And I said, I'm one of the newbies thinking, don't do both at the same time. Don't go for both at the same time. Don't put our producers in a corner. And they said, a show of hands, does everybody want the rate to increase? Everybody's hands up. Does everybody want to unionize? Half the hands went up. They said, well, obviously we want to do both, so we're moving forward with both. And all the work went to Canada. Overnight. And that was the beginning of Ocean and everything else that happened in Canada.
Oh my gosh.
So there was about a 3-year downturn of almost no work at all. It was really frightening.
Wow.
Ooh.
And it took us a long time to get SAG to realize this was a legitimate pocket that needed a contract, and foreign dubbing is still, hobbling along.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Stepchild,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Gimping along,
It
yeah,
makes no
yeah.
sense because I've talked to many actors who do mostly animation and who've been in some very huge movies, and they're just like, I don't understand how you do this every day. It's so hard, Mary. How do you do ADR?
It's so hard.
It's impossible. And I was like, well, that's what we do. That's what these amazing actors do every single day. It's just along with original and everything else, but. I always feel like ADR is a great way to hone your craft.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable way
Yes.
to just practice recreating reads, but adding a little bit of time to it, or subtracting a little bit of time, or adding another flavor in a constrained amount of time.
It's remarkable.
Yeah.
I still
And
love doing
also,
it.
and also just the technical aspect of just getting out of the page
Yeah.
as an actor,
Yeah.
just getting out.
Cold
and-
reading
That's
and
right.
boom, and getting out there and creating a character
Right.
that fast.
It's like playing an instrument. We really are sort
Yeah.
of fine musicians in many ways because of the right brain, left brain discipline, and that we have to create this stuff instantly. You can't prepare for it. You can't memorize anything.
Yeah.
You've got to come in ready to go as an open palette, ready to play, and to rock it in your first or second take.
Yeah.
And that's why so many of us are still doing it over and
Yeah.
over to this day.
Yeah, because you use it as a springboard. I mean, people come back. Roger Greg Smith, he comes back and he's like,
This is hard.
I remember this is hard.
I directed his first film, and he
Oh, my
was,
God.
he didn't want to be a stand-up comedian anymore.
Exactly.
And he's like, this is really hard. I said, you really got what it takes. Let's make this work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just patience.
And the tediousness of some of the work. When I was narrating some shows on the History Channel, I was thinking, boy, this is tedious, tedious. And then I saw they were advertising this guy read the Bible.
Oh.
They had the Bible on CDs. And I was thinking, can you imagine that? Talking about tedious? Okay, let's start with Genesis.
So and so begins.
The book is that big, what I'm saying? It's like, and the print is not really that big. I hope I hope he had enlarged the. But I was just thinking, but what an endeavor that would have been to read the Bible and to. The people who do
Any kind
the
of
books on tape.
Yeah,
is
books
just
on tape.
rough.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do that.
It's amazing.
I know.
Some
It's amazing.
brilliant books on tape, some amazing books on tape, but I don't know how they do it.
I auditioned once and I just realized this is not for me.
Yeah.
And it is another branch of the industry where the budgets are very low and
Yeah.
the demand is extremely
And
high.
you do it at home, you do it at home in your own
And isn't there
hours,
something
you know?
about what's actually usable versus the time that you spend? I think Dan told me that.
Oh, I see.
That what you actually
Oh, right, which you're paid by completed page.
completed
Yeah.
page as
Correct,
opposed to time
correct.
that
Not how
it takes
long
you to
it
do it.
takes.
And they
Yeah.
want, if
Right.
you're doing it at home, you're doing your own editing, you're doing all your own recordings. So it's,
Yeah.
three
Yeah.
times. The length of a
'cause some
page.
people had mentioned to me, why don't you do books on tape? I said, that's not my thing.
Yeah.
Because this is supposed to be fun.
Oh,
If I want to do
yeah.
something that wasn't fun, I don't know, practice law. This is supposed to be fun, you know? You're sitting there saying, this is not fun. It's time to get exit stage left, you know? I gotta go do something else because this is not fun.
Yes, but the funny thing about that is that you are a lawyer.
Yeah, well.
That's
yeah.
right.
That's the funny thing.
Yeah, right.
You gotta have something to fall back on.
Right,
You
yeah,
know what you speak.
yeah. You know, it's funny because when I went back to UConn to do the speech at my reunion, I got a lot of questions about why did you switch? You know?
Oh, interesting.
And the main thing that came to me, you know, I was just thinking about that. I mean, I had this in my bones, you know, performing and stuff because I started as a kid. But as an attorney, I lived my life. I practiced law for like 6 or 7 years, and my professional life was in conflict with people.
Yeah.
Constant conflict with people. And I was a trial lawyer, you know, they call it gunslingers. You know, and so if you restless sleep, everything was just like, oh, if he does that, then I'll do this. And if he does that, then I'll do this.
Yeah.
So it's playing chess.
Yeah, it's playing chess.
Over and
Right.
over,
And dealing with phone. Yeah, what are you? No. I was, you know, arguing. You know, okay, yeah, call me back. You know, and just like conflict. And I was lucky enough to have this wonderful childhood that I wasn't. My childhood was just like, you couldn't write a better childhood. And here I am arguing and fighting and scrapping with people. I said, no, I can't. I can't do this my entire life.
Yeah.
You can't do it because you're in conflict.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're in
constant.
conflict.
That's a really good way to put it, yeah.
Yeah, my son practices law, and I always ask him, you still like it? You know, he said, yeah. I said, okay, good.
Some people enjoy that.
Yeah, they do.
they
You know,
do.
some people thrive on that. You know, like salesmen. You know, they love that stuff.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
for me personally, I couldn't see myself spending my life in conflict, arguing with people and scrapping and this and that, and people lying to you, and you're finding out, and this, you know, just ooh.
Well, that's what my
Right,
career
right,
was before
forever.
I went into voiceover full time too. I was head of marketing for a film company, and the creative part of it was wonderful. But working with executives who wanted to screw everybody else down the line, and spending 80% of my working day trying to get vendors paid, who had bent over backwards and risked everything for the hope that they would, they would lead into something later on, and then to have them screwed and not to be able to do anything about it. Yeah, it was awful. It ate me up inside.
I didn't know that. I didn't know.
Yeah.
How long did you do that?
I was with that company for 14 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
In fact, my first anime job when we worked on MacGyver, I was in the mailroom at that place. And the head of the mailroom, Victor Garcia, hired me.
You're hired
Hired me
That's
for my very
familiar.
first anime job out of that mailroom. I had the deepest voice in the mailroom.
Okay.
And I could do a creature. He needed a creature, so he hired me for that. And I stayed with that company for 14 years. And I
My
ended up.
brother was working at that company.
Yes, he was.
What?
We
Like
used
the
to
same
see each
time?
other in the parking lot.
My brother Tommy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
So you guys, you know,
Tom
We
Fun.
won't say the name
Yeah.
of the company. We won't say it.
Yeah.
small way over,
Such a
small way over.
Yeah.
Where was that?
That was in Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Yeah, it was in Hollywood.
My brother Tommy was working at that.
And
was
Tommy
his
did
first.
an amazing episode of Cowboy Bebop.
Yes, he did.
Oh, what did he do?
About that.
It was, you taught him flow.
I was teaching him flow, the whole speech about the flow, the whole.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's this
Yeah,
whole, it was
Bruce
this
Lee
beautiful,
speech.
and it's my favorite work that I've ever gotten a chance to work with Tommy, and it was just amazing. And it's a sort of a tragic end for him.
Yeah, and I think
Oh,
his
so-
character's name was Lee, wasn't it? I think I have it on my cheat sheet somewhere.
Oh, I like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
yeah.
But a lot of the characters were named based on the influences.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, Cece gave us those great notes with all of those unusual facts about people.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The trivia.
Fantastic. Yeah, the
that's
trivia.
right, yeah.
It's remarkable. A lot of symbolic stuff was going on. And
Yes.
the titles, obviously, the
Right.
influence.
So many
What are
titles
the
of music.
three men of
Right.
the
We were talking about the
old
three men. Remember the three old men?
Oh, that's right.
Okay, recurring
Oh,
and telling all the battle stories. Their names were Antonio, Carlos, and Jobim from the Brazilian guitar player.
Yeah.
And that's because Watanabe-san was a fan of the kind of
Oh,
music,
right,
and he
yeah.
would throw all these little nuances
All
in there
these little
that
things from our
nobody
culture.
knew.
Yeah.
And
incredible.
the research he must have done to
Amazing.
learn
I
our
know.
culture so
Amazing.
much, you know,
Yeah.
Yes.
with the music and Aerosmith and
And
Oh,
the,
that's
film,
right.
the film industry too. I mean, we did Toys in the Attic, which I'm hoping we'll read a little bit from.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
have
That's
script.
right. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
That is basically, it's like 2001 meets Alien. I mean, it's just
Yeah, it
this
is.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
That's a
beautiful,
good-
beautiful
yeah.
movie, and it's like, or at least it seemed like a movie when
I
we were
know.
working on it. It's
Right.
just like, because it was just the cast. There were no extraneous people in it except a Ganymede rock lobster that had been in the fridge
Right.
too long. And a huge thanks to Stephanie Shea for
Oh yeah.
for after the tsunami.
Oh, that's right.
Stephanie
Yeah.
got us all
That's
together
right.
for
Yeah.
the first time to read on stage for I Heart Japan.
That's
Yeah,
right.
And that was an amazing time. I think that's kind of what got us all
Kind of
back
brought us all
together
back together again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So huge Stephanie Shea.
Yeah.
Huge,
We love you.
Yes.
huge.
Right.
Well, let's not
Thanks.
forget at least my introduction to Stephanie Shea was her first foray into anime, and she conducted our first round table with
she?
Broccoli. Yes, do you
Oh.
remember? We literally sat in a round table, and she had a cassette recorder in
That
the
was
middle.
Stephanie?
That was Stephanie Shea before she ever had an audition, ever got into voiceover.
Holy shit.
She was
My
a journalist
goodness.
at the time. She ran
She was a
one of the
journalist.
anime clubs at the college she was at.
Wow.
And she
That's
dreamed of being
like
an
the only time
actor.
we all got together. Did you ever do an interview? Wasn't it?
That was our first. I was just telling the story
Mark
the
was
other
our
day.
first
That was
interview,
it.
yeah.
And
She had an associate that did it with her, but it was a little Shay being very discreet and put the cassette in the center and put us in a round table.
Wow.
That was our first interview we all did together. That was years ago.
There haven't
Now,
been a lot of
Academy
time ago.
Awards.
no, there haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There haven't been that many.
Yeah, there have not been that many. I mean, there's only one con, right?
Yeah.
We've
That
only
we
done
all
the one
did.
appearance.
Just the one
Together.
appearance,
Yeah.
and
And it was
Mary
the
wasn't
fourth.
there, which made it kind of weird.
Yeah.
Well, now we know we want to
No.
book all five of us.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one round table, we have Mark Handler there.
That's right.
Yeah,
I
that's
forgot
right.
Mark was there.
Yeah.
Aw.
Okay, so again, huge thanks to Stephanie Shea for
Yes.
putting the script together off of Mark Handler's brilliant adaptation. Stephanie wrote in all of the stage direction and Ein so that we could actually do this on stage for I Heart Japan and other, hopefully, charities in the future. We can all get
Yes.
together to do this.
And
A
tours.
little excerpt from Toys in the
It's
Attic.
epic.
Yes. So at this point, there's been something on the ship, and it's been shuffling through all the air ducts. And at this point, Jet is convinced that he's been bitten by something. So Spike notices something strange on the back of Jet's neck, where he claimed to have been bitten. It's ugly and purplish. It looks bad and smells stinky. It's awful, and it's infected, y'all. Jet is now laid up on the couch. Spike's typing furiously on the computer, doing some research. They're running analysis on something.
It was a rat, right? I mean, this is no big deal. Am I wrong?
I have no clue. He's got some kind of poison that's not in the database. I'm checking into some similar toxins. Let's see, Cryptospalaceum. No, that's not it. Cholera? No, it's not that. Ebola virus. Nope. Bifidobacterium. Not even close.
So what is it? Ein, give it a rest, would ya?
Well, it's not an ordinary rat. Ein, keep quiet.
So what could it be then?
Well, it's,
A mystery space creature.
Huh?
Spooky. The attack of the horrible alien.
well, yeah, that is possible, I suppose. Yeah, right.
Then what is it then? Wait, two thens. Then what is it?
We got a drink. I did too. I just didn't
Take
announce
two.
it.
Sorry, then what is it? It's not in the database, right?
Well, it.
Look, these Sorry, one.
All right, there you go.
Keep messing up, Ed.
You're looking great over there.
Yeah.
These base pairs.
Really? And you're sober.
You're a kid.
I know.
Wow, I see why you don't drink.
What did you want to say?
No, I don't want to say it.
What did you want to say, though?
I'm having a silly moment.
Oh, let it out.
I can't. It looked like I want to see these pair of balls.
His pair of balls.
These pair of balls.
Normal.
I swear.
I'm sorry. Wow.
Take 3.
Okay. Look, these base pairs are abnormal.
You think so?
Ed has never seen this before. So what else could it be but a horrible alien, huh? What?
Maybe it's something like a rat went through a mutation and evolved and turned into some kind of unusual creature and, I don't know, secreted this new form of mysterious poison.
That's brilliant. Right up there with Ed's theory that it's horrible aliens. Really pitiful.
Hiya! What are we gonna do, Ein? You believe it's a horrible alien, don't you? It's spooky.
Are we still talking about Jet's balls?
Yes. Poor Jet's balls have fallen off.
They're gone.
Finally, we get some beef with our
I
bell
just
pepper.
turned it into a pair of balls.
Thank you, Dr. Freud.
Okay, Freudie.
That's it for Dr. Freud Theater. Cheers,
This is the bottle. Good. Yes.
Thanks, you guys. What an unbelievable joy. Thank you, Steve, for getting us all together.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
my honor. I have one quick correction to make.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tom Fon's character was called Rocco.
Mm-hmm.
Rocco.
yeah.
Yes.
Brilliant, Tommy.
And we love Tommy.
Tommy
Yes.
Fawn, my
Yeah.
brother.
We love Tommy Fawn. Yes. Thank you, Funimation, for allowing
Thank
us
you,
to do this.
Funimation.
Yes.
Bringing us
Thank
back
you.
together.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
a lot.
Before we go, can we just touch upon the fact that Steve thought of this idea?
Yeah.
And what
Steve.
brought it about and how we decided to make this happen, this historic moment.
Right?
Right?
Right.
Right?
Really?
I don't
Because
know.
really, no,
I know.
really,
Yeah, I like it.
because we were going to each do our individual interviews, and that was going to be that, and we all sort of came together in text and emails, thinking this kind of feels a little bit empty. There's more to the
Yeah.
picture,
Yeah.
and it was your idea.
All of us in
Yeah,
the same
We
room.
can taste
Well,
it like
the
real
other,
food.
the other thing was doing the interviews individually. It felt like it had a serious tone to me, which was
Right,
fine.
right.
It's
Yeah.
great.
Right.
But when we get together, there's very little serious going on, and we're a family, and that's something I try to describe in the interview. And you can't really describe it unless we're all together.
That's true.
And to see us together, and this is the beginning, I think, of us actually getting together more often. I hope that happens.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to be touring the world. We're going to come
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Well, all I can say is if you had had a hole in your pants without wearing underwear, your interview might have been a little bit more fun.
see you. I do right
That's all
now
I'm
in
saying.
solidarity.
Excellent.
Solidarity.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
And once more to Jet's balls.
Yeah. And thank you for my
And to Kevin
balls.
Seymour.
Kevin Seymour
Kevin.
and to Justin Cook for making this all happen.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
Justin.
Justin.
Thanks, Funimation.
Yeah.
From the good ship Lollipop, see you, Space Cowboy.
See you,
That's
Space
right.
Cowboys.
Space
Yeah.
Let's all say together, yippee
Finish it out, Steve.
All right. See you, Space Cowboy. Bang.
Bang. Yeah.